Hey everybody, Cinema Sickness here with your daily sickness video, and happy Monday to each and every one of you, completely forgetting what day it is. And yes, here I am, back in the Cinema Sickness library, because I am now officially home from my 2015 Walt Disney World trip. It is like 9:30 at night, so I'm recording this once again very, very late, but we didn't get home till late. I had to take my son to the doctor's office. I'll explain that in a little bit, and just unpacking and all kinds of stuff and getting ready and everything set up. And I was starving, so my wife and I ordered like a pizza, and it just busy night. Finally getting around to do this video. And yes, I'm back. I'm not wearing my ears, as you can see. Same hat, but no ears. I got so many compliments on my hat. Just constantly people asking me, "Where'd you get that hat? Did you buy that hat here?" Like just people wanted that hat. So my friend who made it for me, I told her, if you guys haven't seen that video, it's like from like 13 days ago or so. You can check it out where I show off my hat. I told my friend who made it for me, I'm just like, yo, everybody wanted my hat. Everybody kept asking where the hat came from. So make more, because you could probably sell them. So she's like, I'm probably gonna do that. I'm probably gonna make some more, put them up on my website and see if they sell, because like everybody wanted my hat. People were just obsessed with it. But it's packed away. Well, not packed away, but it's put in I have a whole drawer full of hats. It's been put away in the drawer full of hats. So it is what it is. So I have stuff to show you, things I picked up. So this will be a bit of a haul video. But first, let's just do a quick recap of my trip. It was awesome. Obviously, 12 days, well, actually 11 days in the park. Usually we go down for 12 days, but it's only 10 days in the park. The day we go down, usually we do, like the day we get down there, we check in, and then we do, like, it's not downtown Disney anymore, it's Disney Springs. We do Disney Springs, which was downtown Disney. We usually do that the first night, and get that out of the way and do that and everything. And then we do 10 days in the park, and then day 12 is the day we go home. But this year, the day I got there, day one, instead of doing Disney Springs, I actually did the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which was awesome. My second time doing that. It's great. I would recommend it. It's very cool. The park's open later just to people attending that that party. So the crowds are pretty light. I mean, you're not having like a ton of people there. So lines aren't too bad. It's got an amazing parade. Probably, like, I gotta say, as much as I love the the electrical parade, I really like the Mickey's Not So Scary, like, Boo to You parade. I love it. So probably my favorite parade. So I would recommend it. It's like $75, so it's a little expensive, but you get to go trick-or-treating and stuff. So if you're a kid, awesome. Or if you're just like me and you like candy, you can still get some. So it was awesome. Definitely a cool way to kind of start off the trip by going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Very, very cool. So that was fun. And then, of course, 10 more days in the park. Just went all over the place. Went to all the parks, back and forth and back and forth. We had hopper passes, obviously. So we would go to one park and then be like, hey, we're done here. Let's go over here. We just jump back and forth to parks all over the place. Super, super awesome. Definitely a fun time. Some of the quick highlights, I would say, were meeting some people. I met some of you guys, met some viewers. That was really cool. Dave, awesome meeting with you. Awesome hanging out with you and your sisters. You guys were really cool. That was fantastic. But just most of all, again, thank you so much for letting my wife, my son, eat at the Be Our Guest restaurant. Because of one of my viewers, Dave, he sent us a gift card, and he had 2 reservations to be our guests, and he didn't need both of them, so he gave us one of his reservations. So he gave us nose is running. I'll explain that in a bit too. He gave us one of his reservations, and he gave us a gift card, and we ended up paying, like, I think, like, out of pocket, it cost us like $12 or something like that to eat there. That's all we ended up paying. That was basically, we paid like tip, and that was it. It was awesome. The Be Our Guest restaurant was so cool. And that same exact day, we actually got to eat at the Crystal Palace as well, which was a Winnie the Pooh like character, like kind of like meet and greet breakfast, which is really cool. We were in the park very early. We were in Magic Kingdom very early, and we hadn't eaten breakfast yet. And I turned to my wife and said, are you hungry? I noticed there wasn't really like a line there or anything like that. And I walked up to the lady outside. I was like, are you taking walk-ins? Because usually for pretty much any breakfast, like any like real restaurant they have there, and I don't mean like a quick service restaurant, I'm talking like a sit down and eat restaurant, you pretty much have to have a reservation. They get booked like in advance, but for whatever reason, that morning they were taking walk-ins. So she's like, yeah, it'll be like a 20-minute wait. So we waited, and we were like in within like 5-10 minutes. Delicious, amazingly delicious breakfast. It was like a buffet. It was awesome. We got to meet Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, Tigger, and Piglet. Turns out Simba Sickness Jr. is in love with the Winnie the Pooh characters. Big fan. So that was awesome. He had a blast. He got to eat good food and meet the characters, and so did I and my wife. It was really cool. So that was all on the same day. It was on actually Saturday was an awesome day. So started off eating at the Crystal Palace. Had a great day in the Magic Kingdom with my family. Then we ate at the Be Our Guest restaurant. Again, thanks to Dave. Thank you so much. Basically for almost free. That was really cool. Plus reservations for that like sell out like forever in advance. So if you want to eat at the Be Our Guest restaurant, good luck, because apparently it's very hard to get in there. So we got in. It was cool. So again, Dave, thank you so much. And then that evening, the park was open until 2 a.m. So my wife and Simba Sickness Jr. went back to the hotel to sleep. And I stayed out in the park and actually ended up not only meeting up with Dave, me and Dave, one of his sisters, ended up hanging out, which is really cool. But I met this really cool girl named Kristen. We actually, I was getting on, it was since they're open to 12 a.m. Towards the night, obviously the park start like once like 11 o'clock / like midnight hits, the park starts to like die out. And it's pretty awesome when the park's open that late because you can just like hop on rides, like nobody's in the park. It's pretty awesome. So it was getting pretty dead, and I was like, I'm gonna ride It's a Small World. I was waiting for Dave. Dave was actually coming back from his resort and coming back over, taking like the ferry over to Magic Kingdom. I was waiting for him. I was like, oh, I'm gonna ride It's a Small World while I wait for him, and hopped on it, and it was just me and another girl sitting behind me. It was just the two of us, and I jokingly I turned to her like, oh, a romantic bro ride through It's a Small World for two. Oh, just joking and stuff like that. And whatnot. And as we're going through, we started talking, and talking, and got to know each other. And turns out we're both big Disney fans, blah, blah, blah. And we got off the ride. I met up with Dave, and I was like, do you just want to come with us? And she hung out with us, and we ended up hanging out like other times and everything. So I made a whole new friend. So that was really cool. Big, whole new Disney friend. So that's awesome. So making new friends in Walt Disney World, very cool. So that was a blast. Let's see, other highlights. The weather was definitely a highlight. It was super nice out. I think it rains like Friday night maybe or something like that. It rained one night. We went over to Epcot one night, made it like halfway around World Showcase, and it rained. So we did go home that night, like maybe like an hour or two earlier than we wanted to. So that was really bad thing, but that's all the rain we got. Other than that, I think it rained for like 10 minutes, like one day. That was it. Like, we hopped on a bus, and as we're taking the bus from a resort to the hotel, or from a resort to the park, I think we're going to Magic Kingdom. It rained for like on the bus ride, and we got there, and we just like stood underneath the bus area, waiting for the rain to stop. And within like 5 minutes, it was done. So that was awesome. So rain, again, typical Florida weather. It rains for like a couple minutes, and you're good to go. So that was all the rain we had. They were calling for rain a lot, and then I would check weather.com, and they'd be like, it's gonna rain. Nope, it's not gonna rain anymore. So that was really cool. Had fantastic weather. It was like 70 degrees a lot of times. It was pretty humid during the day, but by night the humidity would like roll out, and like it would be like 75, 70 degrees. Beautiful weather at night. It was awesome. So had a super good time with weather. Got to meet Adam the Woo and Justin Scard. That was very cool. Adam the Woo, we had actually talked about, I had mentioned possibly going to be filming with somebody. It was Adam the Woo. We had talked about possibly meeting up and filming, and it got towards the end of, like, I knew it was his last day there, and I was like, oh, well, he never contacted me, because I contacted him and said, hey, do you want to shoot? And he's like, yeah, and then that was, like, the end of our conversation. So I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. He just basically said yes, and then we never really talked. But his last day there, all of a sudden I get a message on one of my Instagram photos, and he's like, hey, it's my last day. I'm headed over to Epcot. Do you want to meet up? So we ended up meeting up, and we shot a video together, which is really cool. Very weird, too, because I've shot video before with other people in my video. That's perfectly fine. I'm talking. There's other people in it, but yeah, it's a typical video of mine. Just happens to feature somebody else. Not a big deal. Very weird, because he was shooting a vlog at the same time I was shooting a vlog, and Adam was very, like, super outgoing and whatnot, and kind of like steals the show. So most of that vlog is just his vlog. I'm talking a little bit in it. It was kind of weird, because I was like, well, I don't want to like talk over him, and we were doing kind of like his thing, trying the different sodas and whatnot. That was his idea. So I kind of didn't want to like talk over him or like try to steal a show from him. I kind of let him do his own thing and just was there. So it was very weird. filming a vlog during somebody else's vlog. It was very strange, but it was really cool to meet him and really cool to do a video with him and him being, for me to be in his video and him be in my video. It was very awesome. Big fan of Adam the Woo, watching him for years now. Very, very cool guy. So great to meet him. Justin Scard, ended up meeting him too. I was at Epcot and ran into him. We talked a little bit and whatnot. Very, very nice guy. Very cool. So that was awesome. You got to watch some meerkats eat a rabbit. That was interesting. Definitely goes on my list of highlights of all-time Walt Disney World highlights. We were in Animal Kingdom, and there was this rabbit in the meerkat enclosure, and the meerkats kept chasing him. And the guy who, if you have any questions, there's always somebody standing outside one of the enclosures telling you about the animals. If you have any questions, he'll tell you about them and stuff like that. And there's a rabbit, and they kept chasing after the rabbit, and the guy was like, oh yeah, that rabbit's been there for 2 days now. Meerkats are very territorial, so they just keep chasing them out, chase them out to the outskirts and whatnot. And every now and then the rabbit would come through, and they'd chase him away, and the rabbit would come back a little bit, and they'd chase him away. So every so often the rabbit would just come into their little area, and the meerkats would chase him away. Until the last time that happened, rabbit ran in, meerkats chased him, and boom, got him, and they killed him and started eating him in front of everybody. That was weird. It's nature. That's how it goes. They're territorial. Apparently they do eat, apparently mostly grubs and stuff like that, but they do eat meat, the guy was saying, and he's like, well, they're probably gonna eat them. So they caught and ate a rabbit in front of all these people watching the meerkats, because, oh, cute meerkats. They were there, and they saw them attack, viciously, they all grouped up and just attack this rabbit, and then start ripping him apart and stuff. It was crazy. Kind of awesome, kind of crazy, kind of creepy, kind of sad, but very cool all at the same time, because, it's just nature. That's kind of how things go. So that was interesting. Trying to think if there's anything else really all that, outstanding that happened. I'm sure something will come to me, but that's all I can really think of. Just meeting new people, eating at the restaurants. Because my wife and I had never eaten at any of the we have eaten at restaurants before, but never together. When we were little, we went with our parents and stuff. But together, we've never actually gone to eat at any of the restaurants. So eating at two restaurants, two sit-down restaurants in the same day was pretty cool. That was definitely something we'd always want to do, and that was awesome that we got to do that. That's all I can think of off the top of my head as big highlights. Otherwise, it was just an awesome trip. A little bit different of a trip because we had a 1.5-year-old with us. So normally when I go down there, the amount of stuff I do in Walt Disney World when I usually go is insane. I'm talking every single ride, at least 2 or 3 times. I usually visit a bunch of the hotels. Downtown Disney Springs. The boardwalk, all kinds of, I'm everywhere, and we get up at the crack of dawn and stay till they close, just every night and every day. It's insane. We just go, to the point where, just everything gets done 100 times over. Not so much with the 1.5-year-old. We were kind of on his schedule a little bit, kind of to when he wakes up, having to go home and take a nap, things like that. Even though when wife and him went home or back to the resort to take a nap, I would stay in the park. I'd usually see him in the park, shoot my video then, and they would come back and we would hang out, and then they'd go back later on night. Even though I wasn't really going back with them, still, you're kind of still on his schedule, and you only ride certain rides with them. They do have this cool thing, which is rider swap, which is basically you ride you want to go on one of the roller coasters, you get a rider swap thing, which basically I wait in line, and then and then when I get a rider swap ticket, I get off the ride, give it to my wife, and then she can go ride the ride, going through the fast pass. So that was pretty cool. So we got to do that, but again, that takes longer time. Instead of just my wife and I waiting in the line once to go ride it, I have to wait in the line once, ride it, and then she has to wait in the fast pass line, which is quicker, but it's still waiting in line. So you figure for every 2 rides, you're waiting in one line. So that added to the time. Although trick guys, if you have a kid with you, because they do check to see if you have a kid with you. They would look. They're pretty adamant about being oh, do you actually have a child with you? Because I guess they want people to just be oh, can I get rider swap? Because anybody could do that really. So they do check. But for those of you with a kid, if let's say you get a fast pass for Rock and Roller Coaster, Aerosmith's Rock and Roller Coaster, you get a fast pass for that, and you and your wife both have a fast pass on your Magic Band. Oh, got someone to talk about that. You guys have fast pass on your Magic Band. What you can do is ask for a rider swap. You ask for a rider swap. You get the ticket. You go on through the fast. You go on through Fast Pass. You ride the ride. You get back off. Your wife then goes through Fast Pass, not using the ticket, just using the Fast Pass that she has on her Magic Band, and then you're left with a bonus ticket that's good for like a month. Those tickets are good for a month, meaning that somewhere down the line you now have an extra Fast Pass ticket to the ride if one of you want to go on again. It's pretty awesome. I actually have a whole bunch left over. We got so many extra Fast Passes that way. I have a bunch left over now that I didn't even get to use because we just got so many extra Fast Passes. So if you have a kid with you, you can get extra bonus Fast Passes. It's pretty cool. Fun little trick I learned. I know there's other stuff I want to talk to you guys about. The Magic Band really quick. The Magic Band's really cool. It has everything on it. It has all your meals on it. If you have the meal plan, it has. If you have reservations, it's on there. If Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, you need a special ticket for that. It was on there. It's your room key. It's everything. Everything is on this one little band, this one little Magic Band you wear. That's it. Everything is on there. But I knew there was and I love it. It's awesome. But I knew from the very beginning when they mentioned them, like, there's one thing I'm gonna hate about it: the Florida heat, wearing this rubber band around your, like this rubbery plastic band around your wrist. It's going to get so sweaty and sticky. And sure, I tried to wear it the first day and it was happening. It was like my wrist was like sweating. I'm like, I can't wear this thing. I'm in the Florida heat. I don't want, I don't even want to be wearing clothes, let alone, this thing stuck on my wrist. So I took it off and put it in my bag. And I was perfectly fine. Wore my satchel around. I had my, I just get it out every now and then when I needed it. Unfortunately, the last night actually, we were down there, I lost it. I got done shooting my daily sickness video for you guys, and I wanted to get it out, and I must have, when I reached my bag, my phone or something, knocked it out. I couldn't find it. Luckily, it was my last day, so I didn't have to worry about it. Otherwise, I probably would have had to have got like another one or something. I don't know. But it was my last night down there. I was kind of like, well, I'm not going to worry about it. I don't really need it for anything at this point. But yeah, so I got to be careful with that next time I go. If I'm not going to wear it next time, if I don't want to wear it, I got to be really careful not to lose it, because I did lose it. So that kind of sucked. So my concern was that it was going to be kind of annoying to wear in the Florida heat. And I would agree, it was kind of annoying. Otherwise, it's awesome. The Magic Band's really cool. So, all right. I think that's really all I can say. I do have a cold. If you can hear that, I've had a cold since like maybe halfway through the trip or whatnot. It sucks. I pretty much had a cold the entire time down there. That wasn't fun. But you're in Disney. It is what it is. As long as I was getting enough sleep, the cold was pretty good. I wasn't too put off by the cold. My wife got a cold as well, so her and I are both sick. And Cinema Sickness Jr. got foot and mouth disease down there. Yeah. That's why we had to take him to the doctor. Like, literally, my wife made a doctor appointment. Like, as soon as, like, she called this morning and was like, hey, we're coming back from Florida. Can I bring him in, like, as soon as we get back? And they said yes. So she brought him in, and he got foot and mouth disease, which sounds really horrible. Apparently it's just like a virus. It goes away within like a week. But it gets you like little, like, apparently some blisters in your mouth, because for like the last 2 days, he hasn't been eating a ton. He's been like drinking like stuff. Like, he doesn't have any problem drinking. We have like these like drink shake things, and he's like loving those. He's drinking those. So he's still getting like his food and everything, and his nutrition and everything for these shakes. But he's just been eating those all the time, but he hasn't really been eating food. He was okay with like bananas because they were like mushy, but any like hard solid foods, he just wouldn't eat. And we're like, it's kind of weird. It turns out because he has some like apparently blisters in his throat, which is part of foot and mouth, and he's got little red bumps on him. We were hoping they weren't like chicken pox. They weren't, but little red bumps on him and stuff like that. And apparently they do, they're not chicken pox, but they still itch. So he's been kind of miserable the past couple of days, unfortunately. But I mean, he's a 1.5-year-old kid. There's a million people in Disney World. Somebody must have had it, passed it along to him. So poor kid got foot and mouth disease. Apparently it is contagious, but apparently not so much for adults. Apparently, like, it's kind of one of those things where, if you're an adult, you can get it, but pretty much like you're okay. But it's apparently very contagious to kids. So we're not, until it goes away, we're not really gonna take him out too much, because we don't want to affect other kids with anything. Because apparently, if he comes in contact with like another kid, the other kid can definitely get it. Like, it's very contagious to other children. But because my wife and we haven't got anything, apparently we're okay. Apparently if we were going to get it, we would already have it. So we're good to go. But definitely sad that happened. I feel bad for the little guy, because I would hate if I like had sores in my mouth and couldn't like eat. That's got to suck. So poor guy, but he's He's doing okay. So, all right, I think that's it. I know I just rambled on for 20 minutes, but I wanted to do a little bit of a recap for you guys. I want to tell you guys everything that went on. Just that I had an absolutely fantastic time, and I'm sure I'll think of more stuff as we go along. So now I'm going to take a look at what I actually picked up while in Walt Disney World. So here are some goodies I grabbed. So first thing I picked up here was, of course, a postcard. As I told you guys, I do collect postcards everywhere I go, whether I'm in a little town or whether I go to an amusement park or a museum or whatnot. I always get a postcard from wherever I am, and I have like booklets full of postcards. And I picked one up for the Art of Animation Resort, which is the resort I stayed in. I did a video on the resort, walking around the whole resort. If you haven't seen that, check it out from like 2 days ago or so. So very cool. Got a postcard. Unfortunately, it's like one of those big, giant, oversized postcards. When I usually have my choice between postcards and they have like something like this, which looks really fancy and neat, sure, or just a regular typical rectangle one, I get the typical rectangle one because they fit. I have these like postcard like binder pages. It's not gonna fit in one of them, so I gotta get like a special page for this. So kind of annoying, but still cool postcard and to add to my postcard collection. All right, then I picked up some trading pins, but I did get this as well. This is a trading pin little binder. So as you guys know, when it comes to trading pins, I don't go too crazy with them. I just kind of pick up ones that kind of represent like things that go on while I'm down there. So I figured I'd get this. It's just pages, plenty of room to wow, as everything gets messed up, plenty of room to add. I like that it's in this little binder, so I can just I have a bookshelf upstairs. I'm just gonna slide it like right into the bookshelf. It's perfect. So here's the pins I got. First one here, actually, this I wouldn't have necessarily bought, but I got it because as I'm walking through the parks, I found a Pluto pin, just standard Pluto pin, nothing weird, just Pluto. And I was like, that's kind of cool, but I was like, I don't really need this for anything. So throughout the week, I've been checking because part of the fun of pin trading is all the cast members wear pins, and you can trade with them. You can also trade between people as well, but that doesn't tend. I don't hear that going all too much. But you can trade with the cast members. So if you see the cast member wearing a cool pin, you can say, "Hey, I want to trade you," and they'll do it. So I traded my Pluto for Pooh Bear. Very awesome. And I figured I'd get this because on this trip we found out that Simus Jr. loves Winnie the Pooh, and I was like, well, this kind of represents the fact. This reminds me of my son and his newfound love for Winnie the Pooh. And I like that. Like if you flip it like this, it almost looks like he's wearing Mickey ears because the backings to these pins are like these Mickey ear backings. And I found it amusing that when you flip it around, it looks like he's got Mickey ears on. So very cool. That's awesome. Winnie the Pooh. Got it for free. Didn't pay anything for this because I traded it for a pin that I found lying on the ground. When you walk through Disney World, look at the ground when you walk because people are losing these pins all the time. All right, then I picked up a pin for the Pop Century Resort because I figured I'm going to get a pin for every resort I stay in as well. And I have seen a Pop Century, so definitely wanted to grab that. Very cool. This is the resort that's right across the lake from the Art of Animation, which was I've already explained this. Watch the video. I don't want to get too into it, but watch the video I shot for Art of Animation. You can learn how these two resorts are related. I actually went all the way to the Caribbean Beach Resort, or the Caribbean Beach Resort, whatever you want to call it. I went all the way out there. My wife and Simus Jr. went back to the resort one day to take a nap, and I was like, okay, you guys go do that. I'm going to go head over to the Caribbean Beach Resort because I want to get a pin from over there. So went all the way over there, and they were sold out. No pins. So I took a bus from, I don't forget what it was, Magic Kingdom or whatever. Took a bus all the way over there, and they were sold out. So I kind of walked around, took some pictures, ate lunch over there, and that was it. I was so bummed because I have stayed at the Caribbean Beach Resort, and I really wanted to get a pin from over there, but they were sold out. So next time I go, I'll have to hopefully get one then. Hopefully. I'll probably call the hotel first and be like, do you have pins? Because I want to get all the way over there and find out they're sold out again. But got a Pop Century one, so very cool. And of course, picked one out for, flip it around, there we go, Art of Animation, which looks just exactly like the postcard for the most part. So very cool. So picked up a pin for that resort as well, so that's where we stayed. Of course, I had to get one for the 2015 Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Obviously, I participated in that, so of course had to get a pin for it. Very awesome. Love it. Unfortunately, the downfall is I go to the Magic Kingdom. I go into the Emporium, which is like their main giant store. This was the only pin they had for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Then I went somewhere else. I forget where I was. It was like a little kiosk or something. I saw more of these at this little kiosk, all kinds of different ones. Now this is a really cool one. It's got Mickey and Minnie on it. I love this one. I'm not knocking this one. This is a great pin. I love it. But they had like other ones with like the Hitchhiking Ghost or something like that on it. Some other ones I may have gotten instead of this one. And there was like 5 of them. Like, why did the Emporium only have this one? And this little kiosk has like 5 different ones. I don't know, but whatever. I picked that up. Then I had to pick up a pin to represent my honeymoon when I went down for my honeymoon in 2010. And I picked up this one right here. Very cool. Look at that. Mickey and Minnie getting married. Very cool. Then I picked up one to represent my son's first trip. Even though I got the Winnie the Pooh, I picked this one up anyway. And this is my first visit to Walt Disney World, which is a little off because it does have the sorcerer's hat there, which is no longer there. So a little off. Doesn't quite represent it perfectly. We're still trying to figure out what they're going to do. I'm thinking the new image for Hollywood Studios is going to be Tower of Terror. And I say that because we started looking at stuff and the sorcerer's ears were more or less gone from all the merchandise. But we noticed on some of it was the Tree of Life, Cinderella's Castle, Spaceship Earth. And then to represent Hollywood Studios, we noticed that some were the Earful Towers, which is their big water tower with the Mickey ears on it. And we noticed some were the Tower of Terror. And as the week went on, we noticed more Tower of Terror and more Tower of Terror, more Tower of Terror, and less Earful Tower. So I'm thinking that at this point, I'm thinking Tower of Terror, at least for now, is going to be the new emblem for Hollywood Studios. I'm thinking even at the inside the airports, inside the airport, there's like there's a Universal gift shop. There's a SeaWorld gift shop. There's like a Kennedy Space Center gift shop, and of course, there's a Disney gift shop as well. I think there's a Busch Gardens one too. It's crazy. There's so many different gift shops actually like in the airport. So I guess if you forgot something, you can run there and get it really quick. Even on the outside of that, it shows has all 4 parks represented. The Sorcerer's Hat's gone, and Tower of Terror is there to represent Hollywood Studios. So I'm guessing that's going to be their new emblem. I don't know. But regardless, I had to pick that up to represent my son's first trip to Walt Disney World. Very cool. And then the last one I picked up here, definitely had to grab this. This has 2 things on the back. Picked up the Food and Wine Festival 20 years, 2015, with a little Chef Mickey on it. Very awesome. So we, of course, did partake in the Food and Wine Festival over at Epcot, so had to get a pin to represent that as well. So there you go. There's all the pins I picked up. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, I don't get too into collecting the pins. Just kind of pick up ones. Not that I just like, because if I did that, I'd buy every single pin because there's so many cool pins. I try to just pick up ones that sort of represent, either that time I'm down there or a time when I was down there or something like that. That's what I try to do. So that's all I picked up. But now on to what you guys really want to see, the media here. All right, so picked up 4 CDs. First thing I grabbed, this is really high. I should not have been wearing this hoodie. And this is not a new hoodie. This is my Mickey hoodie I've owned for a while now. Got this maybe 2 years ago when I was in Walt Disney World, or was it longer ago than that? I forget. I was actually looking for a new hoodie down there, and I couldn't find one I liked, so it is what it is, but I sold this one. So picked up a few CDs. First thing I grabbed here was the soundtrack to Nightmare Before Christmas, and this here being the one with the bonus disc, which comes with This Is Halloween by Marilyn Manson, Sally's Song by Fiona Apple, What's This by Fall Out Boy, Kidnap Santa Claus by She Wants Revenge, This Is Halloween by Panic at the Disco, and the demo versions of Making Christmas, Oogie Boogie Song, This Is Halloween, and Kidnap the Santa Claus by Danny Elfman. So very, very cool. I did not own the Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack. I, of course, have it downloaded. That I just downloaded illegally off the internet. But since I'm all OCD about like owning the CD now and not just downloading stuff illegally off the internet, I had to have the actual physical soundtrack. And now I have it. That's awesome. Paid like $20 for it. But it's Disney. I splurge in Disney. I spend way too much money in Disney. So very cool. Then I paid $25 for it, but whatever, I had to get it. This is Walt Disney World official album, 2-disc set. This is really cool. Oh my gosh, I'm so sick. I'm like, cold's kicking my butt, and my ears hurt too. My ears on the plane for some reason like wouldn't pop. Have you ever had that happen? I've been on planes many times. My ears always pop just fine. I swallow, and they pop, and I'm good to go. on the ride back, they would not pop. They were so painful. Just it was so painful. And even right now, they've popped, but they're still kind of weird. They still hurt. So crazy day. Anyway, definitely had to grab this. I do already have a Walt Disney World like official album CD, but what's cool about this one, the older one I have is like an older one. It has a lot of older songs on it for attractions that no longer exist, which is cool. But this is all modern stuff. This is all attractions that exist now, and where my other one doesn't have many of these attractions on it, this one obviously features many of those. So this is really cool. This here represents pretty much the Walt Disney World that I've been going to for the last like 5 years with my wife. So very, very awesome. As you can see, the sorcerer's hat is still there. What's the copyright on this? 2013, so that makes sense. So very, very awesome. Again, it's a 2-disc set. Tons of awesome music on it. I mean, all 4 parks. Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, and just all types of different songs. This is a cool album. So excited about that. I paid $20 for this, and I was a little hesitant, but I grabbed it. This is Disney's Electrical Parade. But why I was hesitant is it's just one track. It is just one single track of the song they play during the parade, which I kind of already have, but I think this is a longer version. It's like a 20-minute version. No, it's an 11-minute version. So I think this is still longer than the one I have, I hope. I don't know. This is the original version, too, from Disneyland. I don't know. I picked it up. I hope I don't really kind of already have this song already. I don't know, but I grabbed it. Sorry. And then this I definitely had to grab. And this was cool because Thursday night when we got down there and I went to Mickey's Not So Scary, on the way out in the Emporium, I asked one lady's working there, hey, do you have the soundtrack to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party? Because I know they have a soundtrack out there. And lady goes, no, unfortunately, we are all sold out. And I was like, so bummed. 2 days later, I walk into the park. What do I find? Boom. Magic Kingdom Event Party Music. They got it back in stock. And this actually has Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, Hollow Wishes, which is like this big thing they do on the castle. It also has the Boo to You Halloween Parade, which is what I really, really wanted this for that song. Very cool. Then it also has Disney's Pirate and Princess Party, which I've never seen before. So cool songs from that. And then it has a bunch of bonus tracks as well. So very cool. A bunch of event music here, which is awesome. Only downfall of this, in my opinion, is the fact that they break all the songs up. Meaning that, for instance, the Boo to You Halloween Parade, when each float comes by, it's one continuous song, but each float kind of has its own rendition of the song, but they all flow into each other continuously. So you're listening to one giant long song that just kind of changes up a little bit. When you get to the Pirates, it's a little bit different than when you get to like the Haunted Mansion float, a little bit different than when you get to like Mickey and Minnie's float. You know, it's all just each song's a bit different and represents that float, but it all flows into one. It's very cool. And when you listen to this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all 6 tracks to the parade, they all, they all go into each other. So it's not like, there's like a skip in between each song or something. No, they all flow into each other, which is very cool. But unfortunately, they broke it up for each float. So in order to, if I'm like, boy, I really want to listen to the Boo to You Halloween Parade song, I have to actually would have to find it on my iPod and listen to those 6 tracks back to back. I can't just find that one song and hit play and listen to it, which is how the Main Street, the Electrical Parade goes, where each float kind of has its own sort of rendition of the main song that's playing, but at least this is one track. Kind of wish they would have done it to this, because now I have to listen to all 6 tracks instead of just one track. So it is kind of what it is, but it's still very cool. $25 for this as well, but I really wanted this. This is like the thing I was really looking for when I came down there, because I really wanted the Boo to You song. It's awesome. And then I picked up 3 DVDs as well. So first thing I grabbed here, this I grabbed while down in Disney Springs. I grabbed the Walt Disney PBS documentary, The American Experience. This is awesome. Paid $24.99 for this. Really wanted to check this out, because all you guys kept sending messages saying, are you watching it? Are you watching it? No, I did not watch it. I don't have cable anymore. We got rid of cable a few years ago. My wife and I, we don't use cable. We never use it. Having cable was a complete waste for us. My wife pretty much only watches shows on her computer, like internet shows, and I pretty much only watch my movies. So having cable, we realized one day, we're like, this is a waste. We never use this. Why do we have cable? So we got rid of it. So I did not watch this when it aired. And everybody was saying, I have to get this. I have to check this out. So I'm really looking forward to watching this. Definitely wanted to grab it. And as soon as I saw they had it for sale, I immediately snatched it up. Knew I was grabbing it. So again, $25. Definitely a lot more than I would normally pay. But I'm in Disney. I splurged. Had to grab it. You guys said it was really good too. So definitely want to pick this up. And then last but not least, grab these as I was walking, or as I was in the airports. I'm sorry, I'm so sick, I can't even think. And I'm really warm. I really should not have worn this hoodie. As I was in the airport, I grabbed these. I walked into the SeaWorld gift shop because I looked at all the gift shops. I went into the Disney gift shop and the SeaWorld gift shop and the Universal gift shop and all the different, Kennedy Space and all the different gift shops they had. I went in for the hell of it, just check them out. And I saw these in the SeaWorld gift shop and I had to grab them. I was kind of hesitant because I was like, I really don't want to give money to SeaWorld because, of all the stuff that's been going on. And I don't necessarily feel all that comfortable with them after, like Blackfish and stuff like that. But I kind of wanted to get these because of things like Blackfish. And there's these 2 DVDs here. First thing we have is Celebrating Dolphins. And then we have The Ocean at SeaWorld, celebrating the power we all have to make a difference. All new Shamu show. So why I wanted to get these is because this one here features the Shamu show, and then it basically shows you the show, and then does a behind the scenes of the show. And this one here is apparently all about the dolphin show, and then the behind the scenes of the dolphin show. I had to grab both of these because these might not exist soon. There are so many new laws being passed and all kinds of stuff that is apparently going on with people trying to basically get SeaWorld shut down. And there are laws that it's like every month, like a new law gets passed that is like definitely hurting SeaWorld and them being able to, have these animals in captivity. So who knows? In like 5 years from now or something like that, SeaWorld could either not exist anymore or it could be something completely different than what we're used to. Who knows? I don't know. But I figured I'd pick both of these up because, well, it's a theme park DVD and I love buying them just to begin with. So kind of wanted to buy them for that reason alone. But also the fact that in a few years from now, these could be all about shows that just no longer exist, not because they just got rid of them, but because they legally can't do them anymore. So I don't know. I had to grab them. This was $20. This was actually marked at $20, but was on sale for only $9. It was marked half off. So very cool. So $30 total. I had to grab both of these. Very cool. So there you go. That was all I grabbed. So I did spend a bit. I mean, each of these pins were like 10, 15 bucks a piece. A bunch of money on CDs and DVDs and this book here. And so all kinds of money spent while in Walt Disney World. But I splurge when I go down. What can I say? I go down there and I just buy all kinds of stuff. I bought my wife like a mug. She collects, my wife collects mugs from all over the place. And I bought her a mug from down there. So I got her something. I got my mom something too. I know my mom doesn't watch my videos, so I can say this. My mom collects angels. Every Christmas I get her an angel. My brother gets her an angel. I get an angel. My wife and I usually go in together and buy her like an angel from like our family too. So my mother gets like just like inundated with angels for Christmas because that's what she collects and she loves them. And I found this really cool like rubber duck angel when I was in Disney Springs, and I always try to get her like every year. Like the angel my wife and I get her is usually something like really nice and pretty and fancy and sparkly and beautiful. I always try to get her something weird and unique, something different, something that like stands out. Something that's not just your typical angel, something bizarre, something that it's like you don't have one of these. And I found a rubber duck angel at a store, and I was like, that is so cool. I've never seen a rubber duck angel, so I'm gonna give her that for Christmas. So I had to pick that up. All kinds of fun stuff like that. So again, guys, it was an absolutely fantastic trip. Unfortunately, I did not get to shoot as nearly as much as I wanted to, or what all I wanted to. It just didn't work out. The first night I was down there, I went through my battery on my phone. I went through both backup batteries. I even charged my phone up a little bit. I killed my batteries so fast, and I realized, well, that's not going to happen. If it's only I'm here for a couple hours, I've already drained my battery. What's going to happen when I'm here for a whole day? It's not going to work. So that's why I just did. I said, screw it, just doing daily sickness videos as always. But the more I thought about it, that's okay because we've already planned our trip for 2016. Apparently, if you book your trip before you check out, you get like a 20% discount on your next room rate. And that's on top of like any other discounts they do. So if they do like another like room discount, or they do like you get like free meal plan or something like that when we go down, they will actually like add that on. So we get like a 20% discount, and then if there's any other discounts running, we get like that on top of it. So we just booked. We're gonna go down. We're gonna do Christmas again, but not over Christmas because that was a mistake. Do not go to Disney over Christmas. It's a horrible experience of parks meeting capacity. you not being able to get into parks, lines being like hours long for even the most simplest of rides. It's insane. Christmas is a horrible time to go to Disney. But from what we hear, if you go down the first week in December, the parks are pretty dead. There's nobody there. So, at least that's what we're told. We'll see. So, we actually booked it for December 1st. We're going to go from the December 1st to the 12th. Basically what we did this year, but instead of October, December. So that's the plan. Gonna do that. So we already have our trip booked. I think it's 416 more days so I go back to Walt Disney World. I'm already counting down. I'm super excited. So that's really cool. Why was I bringing that up? I don't even remember. It's late. I'm sick. I'm tired. My ears hurt. My nose is running. I still have so much more stuff to unpack and do and get to and all kinds of stuff to do tonight. I'm very, very, very busy right now. But want to just relax a little bit, shoot this video, tell you guys I had an absolutely fantastic time. It was great. Of course, as always. Now I know why I brought that up, because I didn't get to shoot everything I wanted to shoot, but that's not a problem, because next time when I go down, next year when I go down, 2016 when I go down, there's all kinds of new stuff I can shoot for you. All the stuff I didn't get to this time, I'll get to then. Plus, it'll be Christmas time. I can shoot all kinds of cool Christmas stuff for you guys. Show you what the parks look like at Christmas. That'll be awesome. And again, there's just other stuff I did not get to this time around that I can shoot next time. So I left more stuff to shoot, which is good, because if I shot everything, like 90% of the stuff I wanted to shoot this time around, next time I go, I'd be like, shoot, what am I gonna show you guys? So tons of stuff. Don't worry. Next time I go, all kinds of new stuff to show you. So I'm glad you guys watched the videos. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Glad I got to bring you with me on the experience. It was a lot of fun. It was fantastic. I had a really good time, and I hope you guys enjoyed the videos as well. All right, it's like 45 minutes talking to you guys now, so I'm gonna stop this video. If you have any questions at all about my trip, you want to know anything, whatever you want to know. Some people were asking about like the resort I stayed in, which is Art of Animation. Some people had questions about that, questions about the park. If you guys have anything, leave a comment down below, and I will do my best to answer those questions for you. So yeah, if there's anything I didn't tell you guys, ask the question below, and I will get to it. So, all right, that's it. I don't really do anything else the rest of the night. I got so much stuff to do. You know what? I don't think I am. I took off tomorrow. I like to take a buffer day. When I get back from Disney, I take an extra day off of work so I can like get things done. I don't have to like go to bed early and then wake up and go back to work. I would hate that. So I took tomorrow off. So I think I'm just going to wait till tomorrow to do a bunch of stuff. I'm probably just going to lie down and watch a movie, watch a horror movie or something like that. I'm too tired to do anything else. It's been a long week. I need to rest. I need to sleep. I'm going to sleep till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. I guarantee you. I'm so tired. All right, guys, that is it. Like I always say, thank you guys so much for checking this video out. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day. Usually I'm a lot more lively and energetic in my videos, but I've been in Disney for the last 12 days. I have a cold. I'm just worn out. I am so incredibly worn out right now. I need to rest. So, all right, hit that subscribe button. And if you're not already over at cinemasickness.com, if you're watching us on YouTube, there's a link down below to cinemasickness.com. So click on it, head over there, check it out. There's a lot more to see there than just these videos. So, all right, guys, that's it. Have an absolutely fantastic night. I'm going to try to do the best to have an absolutely fantastic night, even though I'm really tired and I'm not in Disney anymore. But it is nice to be back here. It is. I walked into my library for the first time today in 12 days, and I was like, my babies, my children, I'm home. I was pretty happy to walk into the library. I was missing it. I was missing my babies. I was. So, all right. I'm going to shut up. All right, guys. That's it. Thanks for watching. Have an absolutely fantastic night. And I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be well rested and a lot more alive and energetic in my next video. All right. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye.